Yo, yo,
Yo,
yo.
Mondo here.
All right, bet. Yo, chat. Real quick to give you guys kind of like the premise of what's going on. If you guys don't know, um, we have one of the founders of YSL in the building. I've seen him recently. He's been doing a couple interviews, but we have YSL Mondo in the building, and I know a lot of you guys have questions about just everything when it comes to YSL. What's going on? Damn, and I know some of y'all asking the obvious in the chat right now. Well, why wasn't YSL Mondo charged? How is he so free? Like all type of stuff. We have him here. Hopefully, we could get to the bottom of a couple things. Mondo, you here, brother?
Yeah, what up?
Mondo, I'm happy to have you on here. I was watching a couple of interviews that you were on, and while watching those interviews, at first I was trying to kind of get the angle here, but then the biggest question to me, right, and I think to everyone, because they call you one of the co-founders of YSL.
Yeah.
Okay, so the obvious question becomes, how are you free? And not that no one wants you to be incarcerated, but
God. It ain't no mystery. It ain't no mystery in Mondo history. It ain't everything y'all want to see, everything
That's
y'all
what I'm
want to
saying.
know, and everybody in my town, maybe you feel what I'm saying. Y'all, a lot of people ain't from Atlanta, but everybody in my town know ain't no mystery in Mondo history. So let's get to the bottom of that. I'm not gonna keep trying to sit right here and go back and forth with people about like why would people want to see me locked up? Like why ain't nobody saying the positive part about it? Like oh maybe he whatever the case may be, why ain't nobody saying no positive shit about it? Why I got to be, or why you ain't locked up? Like, why would I got to be locked up? Like, no matter what the case may be, why I got to be locked up? So it's like, no, I'm saying ain't no mystery in Mondo history. It's God. God working mysterious ways. I'm just about confused and puzzled that everybody else is.
mm.
That's just the real as I can. That's just like the real as I can explain it, my brother. No, with all due respect.
No, absolutely. And by the way, obviously, I ain't no attorney, none, but I would also tell you because you have YSL associated with you, you should. And I don't know if you have talked to somebody to know what you probably shouldn't say or probably should say. I'm trying to give you that warning for my own safety because I don't want nothing you ever tell me to be in no court where a nigga be like play Akademiks video. That would be crazy, right?
They're
So,
real.
um, the only reason why that became a question, right, is because the the Fulton County in Georgia is saying YSL is a criminal street gang, and if you're saying it's like saying imagine locking up everybody from Tesla, right, and not locking up Elon Musk. Like Elon Musk like founded it or one of the founders or the
Oh,
CEO.
I overly understand
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying. I overly understand it. I overly understand it. But it's like shit. I don't really know. I'm not out here just rep. I'm not out here just repping it. I'm just saying what's the truth. I was, and you feel what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
it ain't like what I'm saying. What I'm saying wrong. What I'm saying is that's gonna be incriminating me. What have I said that's gonna be incriminating?
And I understand that too. So let me ask you the question that also, I guess this is a key question to everything. What is YSL? Is it a music label? Is it a group of friends? Is it a gang? What is it?
To be honest, it started off a group of friends, and then it turned into a rap label because we started rapping for real. Bro
Mm.
started rapping for real. Like that's what it was just a group of friends. Like it was just between us, like a group of friends. It started off just like that, a group of friends that's on some cool. That's what we on. Like it ain't started on no. Oh, we finna be the biggest. God, nah, we ain't started on that, bro. We can't. Then of course we gonna have people who looked up to us and all these little people who we don't know because we rapping. You people, when you rapping, you have an influence to certain little people that you never met in your life. So of course, a lot of these other people start doing and start rapping and start saying. Then they made it into that. Of course, they gonna say it's a game. Then they gonna try to say that, but they don't know that. That's what the prosecutor's saying. Y'all don't know that it's not a game. Y'all coming up with some shit on y'all own, trying to just say it's a game. Hey man, it's not a game, bro. This shit started off as a family friend. This is just between us type of shit. Then we came into a rap label. Of course, we're gonna turn it into a rap label now because we rapping now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get it.
We rapping now.
Look, I get. I want to ask you, which this is going to be important for the rest of the questions. Obviously, everyone has seen that this investigation is targeted and taken shape to pretty much hold Young Thug accountable, right? They believe Young
Right.
Thug has been doing some stuff, so they pretty much only really want him, right? Um, what's your relationship with Young Thug? What has been your relationship with him? Shit, even if you could tell us, how did the hell did y'all both meet?
That's my brother, man. We met just on some through mutual friends, through one of my other homies we from the same area. Me and one of my other homies, and he just moved to Cleveland, started going there, and I started going there kicking with him, and then thought was around him, and we just locked in like that, and just became friends. Like they've been cool ever since, for real. Ever since then.
Mm. Okay. When's the last time you've talked to Thug? Like, I'm guessing before he
Uh,
got incarcerated. I'm guessing.
like I ain't talked to him none since he been locked up.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I get that,
period.
but like, were y'all good? Were you? When's the last time? Like, he got locked up in May 2022.
Yeah, probably like maybe probably like a few months before that, because I want to say either Unfunk or somebody had a show or something like that, and all of us was at the show together. And that's kind of like our first time just seeing each other in a little minute, or talk to each other in a little minute, and we kind of like
Yeah.
reunited basically back right then at that moment, for real. We've been kind of like, you know what I'm saying, ever since then, everything been back, kind of sort of not really back how it was, but we kind of put that shit behind us, basically.
And I guess I asked that question because I was watching some videos of yours I had on my stream, and some people reached out and people said, "Yo, listen, I'm not sure Mondo was on good terms with Thug, so we don't know if we could
That's what
really."
I said. Yeah, people not from the city, so they don't know. People from my city and everybody who was at the club that day and at the show that day, everybody know the same exact moment, so they know what I'm talking about, and everybody know what I'm talking about. It's just people who outside of Atlanta who really not knowing what's going on. Of course, they gonna be saying all these old crazy stuff because they don't really know. They just going off assumption and what they guessing at. What everybody else talking about. These people don't be knowing what's going on for real.
Yeah, no, I completely get it. So the big elephant in the room, the question everybody really wants to know, because people are. I feel like the whole rap game don't know even how to comment on it. Like, obviously, certain people will comment on it, but some people are just staying quiet for the sake of being quiet. Um, Gunna, who was a YSL artist, but it seemed like he more than claimed just YSL, in a music sense. Seems like he was saying, these are my brothers. He took a plea. He was the first one that, at least it was announced, that took a plea in the whole YSL situation. He got out of jail. He's been very quiet since. He did post something on his story. He said, "Man, I'm back, free Thug, free, you know what I mean, some other people." And he still says YSL. What is the situation and the current, feeling about Gunna currently?
You said what is the what now?
What's the feeling about Gunna? Like, how is Gunna
Uh,
seen to y'all?
I'm not gonna say that y'all. I'm gonna speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else.
Okay, to you.
I mean, it ain't no right. Like it ain't no never. It ain't no never. It ain't no hatred towards them. It ain't no nothing like that. When it coming from me, it's just like damn. Like anybody who I ain't trying to just keep. I don't want to bring the streets into it, but it's just being real. Like anybody in the streets, anybody just with common sense and just a little street sense would know that certain shit you just don't do and certain shit just ain't right. That's all I'm gonna say. You feel what I'm saying? On my behalf, and that's just how I'm coming. I'm standing on that, and I don't know until somebody talk to me face to face. Until I damn near talk to Gunna face to face. We sit down, then hey, bro, how we want to handle this situation? And then, bro, we're gonna have to handle the situation like brothers or however it is. Cause like I always said, bro, I always had respect for him and everybody else around him, bro. Like them boys always been good, genuine niggas and good, genuine people. But once you do certain shit, it's just like it really ain't too much. This how can you come back from it really down there for real,
Okay,
bro?
so I'm glad you said that, and this triggers my next question. So you said once you do certain shit, what did Gunna do? Because we seen about 8 other niggas take a plea as well. So what did Gunna do that was different from anyone else, or what did Gunna do that was outrageous, or what did Gunna do that is kind of frowned upon?
Okay, cool. You my defense is um this is a record label, which is it is. It's a record label.
Yeah.
But my man not like unknowingly go in here and say that this is a game. This is a game.
Okay.
Also, I got pulled over with something on me. This, that, and the third. But it wasn't yours. When it came to time to take a plea, it wasn't yours. Who else was it? You know it. And also in the middle of the plea, they ask you, hey, you know these people, they out here committing crimes. What like you feel that's what else is that? What other plea? Everybody plea is not the same. Let's say that too though.
Okay, that's true.
Everybody didn't take the same plea.
True.
Everybody did not. Everybody plea is not the same. Everybody didn't get the same plea now.
Yeah.
Everybody liked and everybody's situation was the same. Let's say that too. Everybody's situation was the same.
You spitting? Go ahead.
I'm not gonna get too deep into it because it's really, you feel what I'm saying. But if you get everybody's situation and everybody's plea wasn't the same, so we can't just say that. But with that situation, it's just like, damn, bro, you didn't do, you feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody did that. You know we ain't did that. So why is you flopping, basically? Why? And I'm just leave it at that, bro. I don't want to keep getting too deep into it. You feel me?
No. I get it, and you shouldn't get overly specific. So this is what, you're here to give us a little bit of, again, you're giving your opinion and you're giving what you feel. You're not speaking. It's not like a company where this is what the entire company, whatever, speak. You're speaking for you, but you're instrumental because you know these guys more than anybody else who will be publicly speaking on these guys know these guys. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, like right. Gunna maybe had some friends that might be rappers or whatever the case, but they probably haven't talked to Gunna in whatever. They probably didn't even know some of this stuff was going on, right? You a little bit more on the inside, so what you say hold a little bit more weight. So, this is what we were all being like, this was floating around. They say, in reality, this is probably the genius play that's happening. Thug told him to take that. What would you say to that?
Like I said before, man, I don't even know.
No. Is that a thing, though? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Like, is that a thing where, like,
it's not. It's for sure. I'm gonna let you know this 1 billion%, 1 trillion% did not do that. Did not do that. He didn't tell nobody to do nothing.
Really? Wow. Well, because you do know people are waiting for Young Thug to basically give his word, but he can't speak. He's going to go through a trial that's going to take 12 months. He can't speak. Anything he says, if he mentions Gunna's name, whether positively or negatively, that could be considered witness tampering. But this is what also, and a few people call me on this. I'm going to keep it honest with you. I won't say no names, but they call me on it. They said, you got to ask Mondo this. How could Mondo call Gunna or say he believes Gunna did some unethical shit by taking a plea, but he just did an interview with another dude who took a plea, which was, I believe, DK.
And like I said, everybody's situation and everybody's plea was different. That's all I'm going to say, man. And we ain't get into everybody else that took a plea too. We ain't going to get into all that. We ain't going to do that. We live, we're going to do that.
No.
Everybody's situation and everybody's plea was different.
No, and I get that. So
that's my brother.
And I guess I guess I'm asking this general question. Please don't get specific, but I'm just asking towards your intuition.
Right.
So DK also took a plea. Did you at least look at that plea to at least be like, do I think this is going against the grain?
This is my brother. This is my man's. This is my brother. I know what's going on with bro, man. When nobody else went goddamn knowing what's going on with my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I know what's going on with him. This is my man. I'm standing on that. I know his situation and I know what he got going on. It's like, period. So I'm standing on that. That's a whole nother set. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. We can't even compare him. That's just like I said earlier. People outside of Atlanta and people who don't know what's going on gonna say all this type of stuff. And I'm letting y'all know that people in Atlanta know what's going on. People know. Like this shit, it ain't even no debate. It's just the people on the outside don't know. So that's the only reason why I'm trying to see right here. I ain't really explaining myself, but I'm putting y'all down, letting y'all know because it's just too much cap shit going on, man. Let my brother goddamn My brother gonna get out in a minute. Like, let my brother go through this little shit right quick, bro. And we get this shit over our head, bro. Like, don't keep trying to make it worse, bro, and make it bigger than what it is.
So
Niggas doing niggas.
what everybody says when you say that is that they're like, yo, oh, y'all niggas just picking and choosing though. Like y'all niggas got y'all
Yeah,
niggas.
yeah, and I'm letting them know it's the difference. Everybody in Atlanta know what's happening. When I say everybody's situation, I'm talking about life shit, real shit. That
Okay.
you feel me? Like everybody's situation and everybody's plea was different. Once again, everybody didn't go in there and say what Buddy said. Man, come on, man.
Okay. I'm gonna look up DK plea agreement if I can. Yeah, I do. I hear what you're saying. Which, by the way, I think when the video came out and that thing came out where, it basically where Gunna was saying yes ma'am, whatever. It looked crazy. Now I'm gonna be honest though, and this is where again, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, and I know by the way, it's cool to. You don't got to give details, okay? Again, I'm not trying to get you jammed up, nothing like that. But I'm trying to just ask the questions that people are saying in comments and people are just saying constantly. Okay, now maybe I don't know what DK said, right? Like in his plea, but a part of everybody's plea that did get a plea, right? Whether they said anything incriminating, right, thus far or not, is that there's an option that they have to take the stand if called, and they got to testify truthfully. Don't you believe that's almost kind of cooperating in a sense? Because,
Man, like I said again, I know what's going on.
okay,
I know what's going on with my man. So, know what I'm saying? That ain't even what we gotta. We ain't gotta get too deep in that because I'm letting y'all know. Like, we let this shit just. Can everybody just let bro come home, man, and just see that? All right, everything gonna be everything, but folks did some like what I'm getting to the bottom of. Bro didn't supposed to do what he supposed to did though. For real, that's like nigga. It wasn't knowledgeable. I'm gonna just keep saying that. Y'all gotta listen to what I'm saying. It wasn't, bro. Didn't nobody know Buddy was gonna do that. In other words,
so is it because he took a plea without probably like through the grapevines letting people know? Because everybody took pleas. Like, what's wrong with him? Should he have just stayed inside? Like, how could have? And I guess maybe he's in a no-win position, and I think that's why people might be like feeling bad for him, right? Is he in a no-win position? Like, what could he have done? Right? Keep in mind, they're mentioning murders, robberies, this and third. They don't mention Gunna with none of that. They mention him with a traffic stop. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I know. Okay, but what I'm saying is that there's dudes who have shootings that got pleas. Should Gunna have just stayed in jail? Because
what have you done? What have you done though? Why would you take that plea? Like, why would you take that plea, my brother? Right before I'm finna get ready. Right before we finna get ready and go to trial. You working in the DA favor at this point.
But what about
you working in the DA? You working in the prosecutor favor at this point, bro. We haven't did nothing. You haven't did nothing. So why is you taking the plea?
But what about the other dudes though? Like the other dudes, if they could, remember. Okay, granted, I'm gonna give you this, and again, if it's getting too deep, just we could move to some other shit. He did say it's a gang, right? He said it's a gang. But some of the other dudes who took pleas, they basically are saying, hey, yeah, I tried to shoot at so-and-so for the gang. So, again, everybody's working against Thug. Like, there's no one helping him. If you took a plea, it's impossible that it was to help him. They're not giving out great pleas to say, oh, we're giving you a plea just to go home, but you're not going to hurt Thug's case. Essentially, everybody who took a plea are potential witnesses that could be called, and they got to testify truthfully about what they especially pled guilty to. You don't think so?
Well, hey, let's see when they get down to that point. Let's see who's gonna get to that point. Then okay. Let's see that.
And I guess, and by the way, all my questions aren't to like we don't want no revelations or no new details here. I guess especially fans, right? And a lot of people who care about this are fans. They want to know if y'all are just treating Gunna unfairly compared to y'all would treat everybody else. Because if Gunna didn't know nothing about nothing but a fucking traffic stop, He's not like they're not trying to get Thug for some drugs and some guns. They're trying to tie him to murders and all type of other shit. So how could Gunna be really, like blamed for doing anything when any information he had ain't really gonna hurt nobody?
Hey, I don't know. I don't really like. I don't know what people expect the nigga to say about that. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't really like. I don't really want to keep getting deep
Yeah.
into that shit like right now, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you because it's like, bro, this shit still is ongoing.
No,
For
no, no,
one, why
no, no,
we
no.
gotta keep?
No, no, no,
We
no.
gotta,
Let me ask you
we
this
gotta
question
keep.
then. Let's get off of those details. Then. Let's get to this. Let me ask you about this. You a YSL co-founder. We seen you with DK. Is any possible animosity about Gunna because he just didn't tap in? Because it looked like Gunna just flew solo, right? Maybe all of this, isolation shit is just because he didn't tap in. But, again, man, he hired his high powered attorney. He's trying to he has a career, he has a family. So does everybody. But
What he gotta tap in for? He ain't gotta tap in.
what?
Gunna ain't gotta tap in for that.
No, no, no. What?
Gunna part of the family. What?
No,
It
no. But
ain't
you
so.
basically said that though, in a sense, when you say he didn't, nobody knew. It's like it feels like without getting into any details. Please, we don't got to do no details. But it's like you're saying with the DK shit, we know what's going on. It's cool. With Gunna shit, it's like you're like nobody knew what's going on. It's not cool. So it feels like because he didn't tap in, this is why there's a discrepancy over what he did.
Hey, if that's what y'all want to interpret out of what I just said, then we're gonna keep it at that. Then we'll keep it
What,
at that.
what do you think the future of YSL is?
Oh, the future YSL is gonna be still major. It's still major right now. This shit ain't never gonna end. It ain't no future. I mean, like it ain't no even like
They
this
said
shit
in court
already.
it must
This shit
end.
big and it gonna always be big.
Wait, they said in court it must end. That's what they said.
Hey, that's the court saying that. God ain't say that. God ain't say that.
Do you think there'll
They
be
ain't they ain't God.
okay?
They can't tell. They can't. They ain't God.
Mm. His
What they
brother.
gonna say when what they gonna say when all this shit get dropped? When everything just y'all it turn around and all this shit just some fluke shit. Like this shit is capped like bullshit. Whatever everybody gonna say then like, oh whoa, damn. Then it's gonna be something else to be talked about. Like, come on, man, this shit is gonna God got this shit in control.
So wait,
Everything happened for a reason, man. We're gonna be all right. Bro gonna be all right. That's the main key.
okay.
Bro's gonna be all right.
So a lot of fans, a lot of his supporters, they're here and they're like sitting, they're biting their fingernails, sitting on their hands. They don't know how it's gonna go. It feels like you probably have a little bit more insight and definitely some belief or some faith, right? What do you think is this situation is gonna end up being? Because some people, I've heard someone tell me they believe Young Thug's gonna get life. And that sounds scary.
Not. That is not true. Ain't no life, nothing. Like, come on, man.
What do you think? How do you think this is gonna end?
We're gonna see. I can't speak on that. I
Okay,
can't speak on how. I can't even speak on that. Like, it's not in my hand. It's in God's hand. For one, I
that's
can't
definitely
speak on
true.
that.
I definitely want to ask you about you said something, and I kid you not, Fact sent me. I got the video here too. So if the audience needs me to play it, I'll definitely play it. But essentially, your former lawyer, Fonnie Willis, is the DA that's prosecuting this gang RICO. Do you think that maybe because, and by the way, I'm gonna give you the out too. You could definitely, because you probably still move around Atlanta. I don't want you to get jammed up. Do you think because that would have been a conflict of interest if she charged you when she defended you for some of the things that would have been associated with what they call the YSL RICO? Do you think that's the reason why you're not charged? Because the prosecutor was your defense attorney at one
For
point?
one, nothing I did pertaining to the case that she was fighting for me had nothing to do with nothing. You feel me? So
Well,
that's for one.
they're casting a broad net. So for example,
That's included.
for example, And
Oh,
I know this personally
yeah,
because I've gone through so many of these. I've went through all of these incidents that they've listed.
good though.
There's
My bad,
allegedly.
my bad. I hear you.
Are you back? All right. So what I'm saying is that once they put that gang shit on people, it's not only
Right.
what's for the gang. Like for example, I know I won't mention the specific detail, but I went through every single count and every single thing they're claiming, quote unquote, YSL did. Not everything revolves around the gang. Like for example, a nigga was in a club, some shit happened, a shooting happened. That ain't nothing got to do with no gang shit. That got nothing to do with the gang shit. Somebody got caught in a stolen car. That got nothing to do with gang shit. That nigga might have been, doing whatever he do. But they're blaming everything on YSL. Once they realize you're a member of YSL. So that's what I'm trying to say. Whatever you were being accused with probably had nothing to do with YSL. But when they try to cast these wide nets with this RICO shit, they just say you're doing it for YSL. So
When I
I guess I'm just asking you about the Fonnie Willis relationship in the sense that she was your defense attorney at one point, and she's now the prosecutor who's trying to put your brother, by your own admission, in jail for life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Like I said earlier on, and when we first started talking, bro, I'm about surprised, and I'm just about. I don't know how they end out like this or how it just happened like this. I don't know, bro. Like I don't. What can I do? What can I say about that? Like it's just the only thing I can just say. Boy, it's crazy how God works. I don't know if that's the reason or not. I don't know that.
No,
I'm still sitting right here pondering. I've been pondering from day one when this shit first. I don't know what's going on, but bro, it's just crazy how it panned out. What was I supposed to do about that? Like, what I supposed to?
no,
All I'm just saying is I'm
that
just
makes
speaking the
sense.
truth. That was my lawyer. What else I supposed to say? Like,
So
what? She was my lawyer. She
how did you?
was, and what I did, and what she would find for me, find my case for me for had nothing to do with nothing. And everybody, once again, in my town, know they had nothing to do with nothing, man.
I,
What she would find a case for me for, like, they
so
ain't have nothing to do with that, man.
how did you link up with her? Because I looked over her history. She was working in the prosecutor's office at a lower level. Then she left. She did private practice. That's when she, represented you. Like at that time,
Yeah,
did you get recommended to her? Like how did you
yeah,
find her?
I got recommended to her through my cousin on
Mm.
my mama's side of the family. My cousin, she worked in a law firm or something like that, I want to say. And I was going through the case, and she kind of recommended her to me. At first I'm like, damn, I ain't never heard of the lady. I'm really going through some serious shit. Like I ain't never really heard of the lady, woo woo. But I know if my cousin recommended her to me, she could have been some good. So I just went with it, and she kind of helped me through what I was going through. She kind of helped me out, and she did her thing. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, man. Shortly after that, bro, this happened. She was telling me that she was about to get ready to be the DA, but I wasn't really
Mm.
paying attention. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't
You're
worried
just
about
trying
that.
to
I was
beat your
going through what I was
case.
going through.
Yeah, you're just trying to beat your case. God
Yeah,
damn.
I wasn't really, and even then, once after shortly after that, I went to seeing on the news and shit. Like way before all that, I went to seeing on the news. I'm like, damn, look at Miss Willis. Like, you feel me? Like it was just my lawyer. I ain't thinking nothing of it. You feel me? Then shortly after that, boom, this happened. I'm about surprised as everybody else is, bro. Real shit, bro. I'm about surprised as everybody else is, bro. This shit crazy, like for real, bro. Like I don't really know what else these folk want a nigga to say. Like, wait, I'm about surprised as y'all is, bro.
So
This shit like a movie. This shit can be a book. How my life goddamn. I can't explain that to y'all. Ain't no mystery, man, no history, bro. Ain't no fuck shit on my name, bro. Ain't no snitch shit. Ain't no all of those cap internet shit that been going on, bro. Ain't no fuck shit on my no name, bro. I'm one of them ones. Let's get into that. Let's get into this music. I'm one of them ones for real. Let's get into that type of shit. Like, come on, man. There ain't no mystery in my history. Why y'all want me to be the bad guy?
no. I don't think you're the bad guy at all. If you ask me, I think by the grace of God, you were spared in the situation, and that's good because a lot of times, people who come from the background that you come from, they don't get spared. They usually get whatever, right? I don't think you're the
Yeah.
bad guy at all. So I hope you don't think none of my questions is trying to make. I think you're a good guy who, for all I don't know you to do nothing bad, honestly, right? Um,
Right.
but the questions I'm asking you isn't trying to be on some got you shit in the sense of, oh, you're the bad guy. Is that some of the players I've crossed paths